MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. Adam Clemens starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, when you look up the definition of rock solid for a starting pitcher, this is your kind of guy. Career ERA under 3, just knows how to get it done, controls the running game, limits the amount of damage, and more importantly, he knows how to win, and that's why it's going to be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
So digging in now, Greg Jones, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon. Been a middling start to the season as they come in 2-3 over their first 5.
Hey, thanks, Matty. You know what, Dero? Nothing you'd like more than to win this one here. They've got a long roadie coming up. And they'd like to win this one to get themselves on an airplane onto a long road trip on a positive note.
You know this, Dan, as well as I do. 10-game road trip, a lot of packing involved the night before this one. They're going to have to find a way to stay focused, win this ball game, and get on a happy flight.
And that misses ball 1.
Hey, we got no outs.
2-0.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
3-0 now.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
3-1 the count now. Jones on at first, nobody out. Got him to go after the change there, and that'll run things full 3-2. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summerskill as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Dan, we got Eric Summerskill behind the dish. Really likes to work the ball east-west. What did you like? Did you like north-south, east-west?
I thought east-west, Dero. The more I could get away with on the outside corner, inside corner, give me a wider plate than a higher plate. I think it's a lot easier to pitch to a wider plate.
Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for route number 1.
Batting third, the right fielder, Austin Meadows.
First things first, here's a throw over. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Get ahead, stay ahead.
At the plate, Austin Meadows, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Oh, he breaks off a beauty there. 0-2 now.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give the guy at first a chance to run.
That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Calhoun.
And here's the former prize Dodger prospect, Willie Calhoun. No balls and a strike to count. 0-1 count. Here it comes. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
If the offense didn't already know, man on the mound's got his A-game fastball working today.
The 0-2 delivery.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Shut him down for us.
2-2 the count.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning.
One left for Tampa. Tampa Bay nothing. Blue Jays due up next. Major League Baseball is on the show. Into the box, Malik Smith. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The center fielder, Malik
Now the pitch.
Smith.
Ball, that's outside.
And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, tough to complain about the start they're off.
You're out.
Second inning set to go. So coming to the plate, Brandon Lowe. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Back up the middle. DeYoung fields it cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see two different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Chad Pinder is sent packing for out number 2 in the inning.
Batting 7, the first baseman, number 9.
At the plate now, Josh Fuentes. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive.
Hey, 2 away now.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Nobody, go home.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
The center fielder, number 13.
Throw over to the bag, and a dive, but he's back in.
Hey, 2 outs.
Another look to first, and he'll dive back in. And that'll bring up Manuel Margot, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. No score here as we play inning number 2.
Hey, plays the 1 now.
Even 1-1 count to Margot.
1-1.
And it's 1-2.
1 ball.
Threw that
2 strikes.
fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone.
But it bends just foul into the second deck.
Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Rays strand just the 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Let's play ball. Out. That's ball 4. 3.
Now batting, Evan Skog, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
Evan Skog.
Hard hit ball to short. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Look at him fight to stay inside that baseball and push it in a 5.5 hole. That's the Tony Gwynn spot.
Designated hitter.
Into the box, Greg Jones, as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike 1. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Nobody out, runner on first. That misses, 1-2. And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
One down.
Now batting, shortstop, Willie Adames.
To the plate now, Willie Adames. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Come on now.
Again, another foul ball. 3rd inning, no score to this point. Another one sent foul. Off-speed pitch, and there is strike 3 called. And boy, that zone just got a bit larger. 2 away.
Boy, he's got great stuff today, doesn't he? That's 7 punch-outs now here in the middle innings. He's up over 1 an inning up to this point. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can change their plan of attack and start to put the ball in play. But right now, that's just not happening.
Into the box now, Austin Meadows. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Hit on the ground to third. And that's through into left field for a base hit.
No runner. Go hold.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
The left fielder, number 5, Willie.
Stepping in now, Willie Calhoun. And he gets a piece here as this ball's fouled away. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Here's the 1-2. This one's down to third. He's got it. On to first, and the Rays are kept off the scoreboard here as the side is retired. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. Settling in now, Brandon Lowe. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. And another strike. Good fastball under the hands. It's 0-2.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. He'll throw down to first, 1 away.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
And that brings up Chad Pinder.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the third baseman.
First pitch
Chad
on its way.
Pinder.
Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike.
Place it first, man.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
The 1-2. Chopper to short. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Good pitch right there to run the 2-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
Striding in, Josh Fuentes. He singled his last time up.
2 down.
Josh Fuentes.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he takes ball 1.
That's a
And
ball.
2-0 now as this misses below the
2-0.
knees. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. So a solo shot down the line in left. First home run of the campaign for him as the Rays move out on top 1-0.
Well, his first home run of the season is a memorable one. As we take a look at it here, you can see that it was 50-50 if it was going to stay fair. But somehow he wills it just enough until, clank, it hits off the foul pole for a homer.
Up next for Tampa
Down
Bay,
here.
the center fielder. Manuel
So now to the plate, Manuel Margot, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Ball.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. The next 1-2 pitch. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. So they pick up a run on the solo home run as that'll give them the lead.
Let's play ball. He's out. You're out.
Now at the plate, Evan Skog, a base hit in his first trip. Here's the pitch.
Evan Go.
First pitch fastball
0-1
swung on and missed 0-1. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you can speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other, a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitches, but both getting the same thing, both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
Got one out here.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. DeYoung backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Standing in, Willie Adames is hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
0-1.
Hey, let's go right
This
here,
could be a huge win for the guy on the mound if he's able to get out of this inning 1, 2, 3 and start fresh next inning with the middle of the order.
And there's his first base hit in this one.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you
Now
can
that-
tell he's made some necessary
field.
adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder
1-1, no
tucked,
strike.
staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
This is why pitching is so difficult. You're cruising along to give up a hit. Now you've got to lock in and get this middle part of the order done.
Hey, 2 down here.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. 2 out with the man at first.
1-1-1-1.
McMahon's got it.
Foul.
That misses, and it's going to set up a big pitch now. 3-2.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left.
Play ball. 3. 3. Out. 3. Out. 3. 3. Ball 4. Take the base. He's out. Out. 3. Out. You're out. 3. 3. Ball 4. Take your base. Out. Out. He's out. 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 3. Out. You're out. That's ball 4. He's out. Out.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he really stood out to me in this one, guys. Absolutely electric stuff on the mound, and he racked up 10 strikeouts because of it. Solid performance as he leads his guys to victory.
Pitching and defense game 2-1 the final score this afternoon. Toronto came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. JP Alfonso claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
No errors. They left 15 runners on base. For the Rays, 1 run, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 38 minutes.